Well, good morning or good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this week's homework video. I'm Lisa from ShadyTreezStitchers, and with me this week we have the lovely Karla from KraftAddictK.
Hi.
She's with us because we have some specific no new starts. Well, she's an expert in that area, but we'll get to that in a minute. And as usual, we have yet another secret guest for you. Say hello, secret guest.
Hello, everyone.
So thanks for joining us, secret guest. I'm going to shuffle around a bit this week, but the drawing for the winner of last week's secret guest I will do at the end, so you'll just have to wait for that one. I have to admit, we're not getting a lot of people guessing. I don't know if that's because you don't want to guess or because you have no idea. So, you know, have a go. There's nothing wrong with having a go and getting it wrong. We just want to see if we can work out who the secret guest is. And the best way to do that is to listen to what they say for their prompts and have a look through the albums and see if they have an album. And if they don't have an album, you might have to look at some of the events that we're running this week and see, because there's quite a few of those. So in No New Starts this week, it is a big turnover week for us. We are flipping over the birthday sale. We are going to be flipping over the Zodiac as well. And we have Scrabble. So let's start with Scrabble first. Karla, tell us about Scrabble this month.
Okay, so Scrabble this month, 24-hour event, starts at 5 p.m. your time on the 18th until 5 p.m. your time on the 19th. We know it goes across different time zones, so it's your time zone. We will be pulling 10 letters. The minimum word is 3 letters, maximum word, obviously, 10 letters. And this month, because we love words and you guys blew me away with all your words last month, we're going to see how many words you can make on your 10 letters, 100 stitches for each word that you make. And for every pair, 100 stitches and a word that you tied to your piece, your whip, you will get a raffle entry for the raffle. So you can get as many or as few as you like, as many or as few stitches as you do. So I'm really excited. We'll be posting that video. Lisa will be posting it on the 18th. So be looking for that. It's quick, less than 5 minutes. If we do like we did last month. And each month I want to give it a little twist to make it a little interesting. So I'm excited to see all of your words coming out. So
cool. Well, we'll look forward to seeing what letters are drawn. So yeah, that'll be 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time on Thursday. So it's a couple of days away, but that's really exciting. All right. We also have got tomorrow, the 16th, it changes over to the next birthday sale. So the people who put in for the stitch along this time have chosen Moana by Make It Pink and Tiramisu by Glennon Place. So if you'd like to join in on their birthday sale, you're welcome to find that event, click on it and do anything by those artists or that actual piece. So join us with that. Personally, I can't do that one because I don't think I have either of those.
Oh, I got a scarecrow for Glennon Place, I think.
There you go. And then
join that one.
We're also going to be moving through to the next star sign. Aquarius is finishing up on the 18th, which is Thursday. So you get it done before you do Scrabble, I'd say. And then on the 19th, we are moving to the Pisces star sign. So this is the first one where you guys have got to think. So secret guest, you're going to be first, but what do you think you might stitch on for a water sign?
I actually have one which has got a waterfall. So I could actually easily do that one. Would you like me to show you?
Yeah, sure.
That one? Yeah. So I would probably stitch on this one. It's got the waterfall and it's also got the water on the left that the dolphin and the whale are in. So
that's pretty. I almost got that one.
I've seen quite a few people doing it actually.
You've got me thinking now, the water sign. I mean, obviously my Amazing Animal Kingdom I could do, but I've just finished stitching on that. But I've got a whole month to do it, so probably that is what I do. I'm just scrolling down to find it. You know what my album's like, people. This huge list of 50 million pieces. Actually, no, I'm going to do this one. This one here has water in it, and it's Pretty Little Sydney by Satsuma Street, and there's plenty of water there. There's the harbour and then also Bondi Beach. So I would do that one for the water sign, I think. What about you, Karla?
I think I'm going to do my Heaven and Earth. Whoop, she turned on me, but she's got some water there in the back. She's a little alligator girl. And I think you could use that water sign, could be used for anything with snow, frozen water, right?
Nice.
So,
yep. Even like clouds in the sky, because they've got water, they're going to rain. So
teacups. I see a lot of patterns with teacups in some of my albums have teacups.
Definitely. The second one, it's a bit of a theme to these ones. The animal, the symbol this time is a fish. So a symbol for a fish.
Oh,
Karla's got an idea.
I do. Well, I got a couple I could use.
Have you got anything coming to mind, secret guest, or will we come back to you?
I don't think so for that one.
Okay. Karla, what are you thinking of?
I think I'm going to do Shores of Hawkrun Hollow.
Yep.
Definitely got fish in there.
Secret guest, you had a big dolphin jumping out of the wall. That would be a fish.
That is true.
I mean, maybe not technically, but I think in the sense of this picture.
Yeah.
Yep, so that would work. Mine, I'm actually thinking more this one.
I love that one.
Go big. This one is the Fairy Tale Village by Artisy. It's really a bad photo, but there's actually a guy, I'm pretty sure he's fishing in the little pond, and even if he's not fishing in the pond, there would be fish in the pond. So
I showed this one because it's cute, Lisa. Because we're talking fish.
Oh, yes, you're fishing.
And if you look down here, the little otter has got fish on his plate in the and I just think that's so cute. So since we were talking fish, I had to show that.
Well, it's good to show people a couple of different ideas. So yeah, and again, you can be creative, but you've got to be realistically creative. You know, you can't just, like, you wouldn't show the clouds in the sky and say there's fish in it.
Right.
Right, it's not raining fish. It's not the one biblical event that happened. It's not that one. So unless it was a picture of that actual biblical event, then I could possibly accept it. But I don't even know if there's a cross-stitch pattern of that. Who knows? All right, the next one is the gemstone is Aquamarine. Now, do we need me to look that one up?
Is it? I think it's like a bluish color.
It is. I'll look it up. I usually Google these, so I will look it up while you guys are thinking about what you're going to stitch for it. Aquamarine stone. There it is. Where's my zoom gone? There it is. Okay, let's see if we can find it. Here is your aquamarine. There's your aquamarine stone. So it is a blue. It's a real like an aqua blue. So that's oh, look at that.
Something like that. Hazel the giraffe. That's kind of that color, isn't it?
Very much so, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you, secret guest?
I could probably use Train of Dreams. It's got a lot of different jewels on the books.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that are looks very close to Aquamarine.
Yeah, I reckon you could get away with one of them as long as you explain that.
Yeah.
All right, let me share while we have a look through my collection. I've got it big now. I had the Train of Dreams too, but that's not coming out today. I have a lot of things with that color in it, and I'm just wondering if maybe I should be best off. I might actually look at my castle, because because the sky is very much an aquamarine, and down here in the corner of the water is very aquamarine color. So I would be going the color to match the gem, but it sounds like we're all going the color, or except for you, secret guest, who's doing the gem. All right, the next one, the flower, just to be totally different, is a daffodil.
Ooh.
A daffodil.
Now remember, you can't just do any old flower and say, I'm doing this because it's a flower. Let me Google a daffodil and show you what daffodils look like, just in case there's any misconceptions out there about what a daffodil looks like. Well, you know, it is a yellow flower.
Yeah.
It can be white, but it's got a particular sort of, you know, pointy shape and a bulby bit. So your flower's got to resemble that somehow.
Would you think, I don't know what kind of flowers are on the night walk down, but there looks like a yellow kind of bulby shape right there. I don't know what flower that is.
I reckon you could probably say that was a daffodil, because it's like it's closed. It's like it's got its little bit. So I think you could get away with that one.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily marking it. I don't know who's marking this one yet, but I would pay that as an attempt for a daffodil.
Okay.
Do you have anything, secret guest?
No, unfortunately, nothing with daffodils or anything that even looks like a daffodil.
I have my amazing animal kingdom has a sunflower.
Yeah, I've got sunflowers on one of mine.
Yeah, a sunflower is still not quite a daffodil, but
No.
at least it's a yellow flower. So you could always try it just because you've got nothing better to try. I'm having a look to see. There's possibility that I could find something that has something resembling a daffodil.
What about Newcastle bouquet? I'm not sure if that's a daffodil either, but just an idea.
Yep.
Turned on me, but it has a white.
Well, yeah, it could be a white daffodil. I mean, there was white ones. So yeah, I think as long as you specified it was a white daffodil.
Just kind of looking at my album to see is there anything that maybe somebody has, they don't realize that it would work. So
yeah, I was looking, for me, possibly this one here with the pandemic sampler, because those yellow flowers in the middle could be daffodils. They're close enough to daffodils. So yeah. Anyway, so that's what we've got coming up on the starting on the 19th. And for the star sign things, remember you need to make sure you have posted your start and your finish before the closing date, because then we mark it. So there's no lateness for us. You get it done. You've had a month to do it. So just get it posted. And then the last thing that we've got coming up, it's jumping out of my head. No, that was the last one. So that's our 3 things this week for no new starts. All right. Secret guest, do you want to take us into the world of the Cross Stitches Journal and Daily 30?
Yes. So this week is keeping up appearances for the, now how do you pronounce it? Bouquet.
Yes.
Okay, residents. So the first one, the first one is the surname Bucket is repeatedly pronounced by Hyacinth as as bouquet. You can tell I haven't seen the show.
Yes.
All of the sisters' names are flowers. Hyacinth, Daisy, Violet, Rose. And so those names appear to be a tongue-in-cheek reference to a bouquet of flowers. The maiden name of the ladies is Walton. Stitch on a whip with either a bucket or a bouquet in the design.
Ooh, a bucket or a bouquet. Well, I mean, I could definitely do that one I just showed you, because I think that looked a bit like a bouquet of flowers in the vase. I'm not having anything jump out to me as being a bucket. So I don't know what I would come up with. Oh, yeah. Well, would you classify this Where is it? Share my screen. My alphabet sampler has a basket with flowers in it. Do you think you could classify a basket of flowers as a bouquet?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, they're all together.
Yeah.
I would.
I would.
Or well, there might be some in that one, but there's not. Yeah, so that's probably best I would come up with, although not really a bouquet in that one.
Well, the
So,
flowers that are in the basket you could turn into a bouquet.
well, yeah, I think you'd have, but again, we have absolutely no jurisdiction over whether or not things would be approved.
Yeah.
You know, this one here again, it's got things in baskets rather than just a bouquet. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't seem to have a bucket anywhere. All right, what about you, Karla?
Oh, I keep spinning, but if it's in the name, it works, right? So I'll be doing that Newcastle bouquet.
I think so.
And
Newcastle.
Teresa Kogut. There's a lot of people working on this right now, I've seen, so.
Yes.
I keep spinning, but it's there.
We believe you. We can see it. We can see it. What about you, secret guest?
I would probably stick to coming to room for that one again, because there's a whole bunch of flowers just above my lion, and I think if I could pick all those, I could make a bouquet out of it.
Sounds good. What do we got next?
The second one is put stitches into a piece with a dish, cup, cutlery, etc., or something royal in the design.
Dish, cutlery. Well, I would be definitely going here again. Double dipping. My castle. Because I guarantee, one, it's a royal castle. And two, in the kitchen down here, there'll be dishes and cups and cutlery, and there'll be some on the tables at the dining room and stuff too. So my castle, I would say, for me.
Oh, I've got the right one here, Randall Spangler. I've got my Sunday Delight, and it's got cutlery, and it's got a dish of ice cream and
yes, look at that.
silverware. So there you go.
That works well.
And I'm doing the same one as Karla for that one, because for the exact same reason.
Have you not got a Randall Spangler fetish, do you? All right, what's next?
Stitch on a whip with a key in the design.
Okay, now I'd just like to point out devil's advocate. By key, it does not mean it has a key that tells you which floss to use. I don't think that would cut it. It's an actual key, and I have found in my stitching time or stitching shelf up this top left corner, there is a big key there. So for people who have this piece, that would be a good one to use. However, because I will be possibly working on it anyway, there is a key here in the letter K in my alphabet sampler. So I've got some choices there. Karla?
I don't think I have a key. Nothing that's jumping out at me.
I had to go hunting and I thought I didn't have one, and then I found two. So you might be surprised. Do you have Once Upon a Fairy Tale?
I do.
It might have a key. Your Phantom of the Opera could have a key somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, she's looking. What about you, secret guest?
I have one in Train of Dreams. It actually has a key here on the purple book.
Ooh, Train of Dreams. I haven't done anything on that yet. All right. Well, that's got some good keys. Nothing jumping out at you, Karla?
Nothing's jumping. That's okay.
That's all right. Now, just to say, we are doing this totally on the fly today, so you're getting the real brains cogs turning. So, seeing what we're coming up with. All right. Well, Karla may or may not find her key. This week it's 400 and 500 stitches. And if you can't do it, you can add an extra 100. So it's a huge
Okay.
stitch week to try and fit in with everything else we've got to do.
It is.
What's next?
Next one.
Yep.
Stitch on a monthly piece that represents February or a piece with a heart in the design.
I don't have any Februaries.
I got a heart.
You got a heart? Show your heart while I'm
Home is where the heart is.
I know what I could do. All right, this is not really double dipping because this is zombie run pieces, but I'm trying to get this one finished. And my Little House Needleworks, Little House Neighborhood has 2 hearts down the bottom. So I could work on that one. Or if I don't want to double dip, which is possible that I might decide not to, can totally jump seasons, and this Gingerbread Cottages has got hearts. So I've got some options with hearts. What about you, Secret Guest?
I don't have anything with an actual visible heart like those, but I was thinking maybe I could use my coming to room and say that the animals have a heart because they have one. I
think really 30.
Maybe.
I would give you, and if it was Magical Stitches, I'd say go for it. But I think for Daily 30, you'd be pushing it. They tend to be a bit more literal.
I figure I can get the stitches anyway, so I thought I may as well try. And if they say yes, then woohoo.
Is there a couple? Like, do you have 2 animals coming out, like a male and female tiger, that they could be a couple for February love?
I might have to look more into that one, I think.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we've got stitch on a whip that you can relate to a mystery in some way. Be sure and explain your choice.
All right. I'm going to share my screen straight away this time because I'm hunting. You may as well hunt with me. A mystery.
Isn't the sus one, isn't it a mystery to find out who's the sus one?
That is true. I was thinking more old-fashioned history, but yes, I could work on my Among Us because it's a mystery. But I was also thinking maybe I could work on the Reader's Paradise because of all the books, and they often solve mysteries in the library. I mean, if you could actually find a particular mystery, you could relate it to almost anything because like the castle, there could be a mystery. If I can find a mystery that's set in a castle.
Well, I have a couple that I could choose from, but my gnome I haven't worked on in a while on the chair, and he's got his feet sitting on a stack of mystery books. And I also have Stitching Book Club that I'm working on that's always got mysteries. So those are 2. If we go the book route.
Yeah, well, that probably would work. What about you, Secret Guest?
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of Star Wars for this one because of the mystery of who Luke Skywalker's father was.
Oh, nice tie-in.
That works. That's a mystery. That's very true. Okay.
Hey, you could use that as a couple too. Isn't there a couple in there?
I could.
Ooh, February romance. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Some stitches.
Yes, there is a bonus prompt, which is to watch an episode of Keeping Up Appearances and show a whip of your choice, along with the show on the screen in your beginning photo. With your ending photo, tell us what, if anything, in the episode made you laugh. No alternate stitches, and this prompt is not eligible for the Builder Challenge option.
Cool. That's a nice bonus because that's pretty easy to do. Because even, I don't know about YouTube, but even if you don't have it streaming in your country, you can generally find one episode on YouTube. So Well, there you go. I'm looking forward. I have seen it, but I think I might start at the beginning and might give me something new to watch. It's a good stitching sort of show.
Right.
All right. So next up we have Full Coverage Fanatics. What's happening there? Anything?
Oh, yeah, Full Coverage Fanatics this coming weekend, the 19th and 20th is their Big Strides weekend. And so what they want you to do is work on your largest full coverage design that you have, and make some major progress on it. It can be a new start, but not in this group. So you could also do the whip. So whatever your largest full coverage design is, pull it out, work on it through the weekend. So that's what they've got going on currently. They still have their bookshelf challenge this month. I think they're doing, matter of fact, I have it. They're doing Outlander, because I just had it up the other day. So they're doing Outlander, The Notebook, and Like Water for Chocolate. So that's part of their bookshelf challenge for the month. It's one of the monthlies. But.
Cool. Semi-Sane is jogging along with what it's been doing, but we are changing. We just changed letters yesterday, I think, to letter D for Alphabet. Are you doing Alphabet Secret Guest?
I was trying to. I've sort of fallen a little bit behind in it. But the one that I was doing, or sort of am still doing, is Disney Alphabet.
Oh, cute. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I could see why you'd fall behind on that, though.
I want to do all the things and I fall behind a bit.
Well, you've seen my alphabet a few times. Have you keeping up with yours, Karla?
You know, I was until I got sick here in the last couple of weeks. So I just saw when I was looking at my calendar tonight getting ready, I'm like, oh no, I missed letter C. So I'll go back, but I'm doing Feliz Navidad by Blackbird Designs.
Oh, good. That won't take you too long to catch your C and D up.
No, it won't take long at all. I work on the border and do some letters in between. So,
all right. And then the last weekly, because next up we've got Crystal Academy. Crystal Academy is doing a different week, and it's, as far as I know, it's just for the people who are new, to give them a chance to catch up their spells. So I know that Karla and I have already done them, but we thought you might like to hear what they are and see what comes to mind. Have you already earned some spells, Secret Guest?
I have, yes.
Right, cool. So basically each spell, there's 3 tasks, and you have to pick one task to work on to earn the spell. And you have to do 300 stitches, I think, or sometimes it's different things, but generally 300 stitches. So the first spell that they've got to try and catch up is Ignitica or Ignitia, instant burns on the target. So you've either got to do something with flames, something that would emit sparks, or something that could be cooked. Any ideas to help people with this?
well, I've on one of mine. I can't remember what the name of this one was. But it's a heaven and earth design, and it's got the camper and the fire. There's a fire there.
You must love camping, Karla.
I do. I'm an avid camper for sure.
Secret Guest?
I have probably this one here, choc chips.
Oh, yeah.
It's got lots of stuff in there that you could cook.
You could cook chocolate.
So, yeah.
And you obviously really love Randall Spank.
And is those tulips
I do.
flowers on that?
Yes, there's some tulips.
Yeah. They,
White
there's
tulip.
actually, yeah. And they sort of actually, yeah, like
They are.
daffodils. Yeah.
That's what we mean. Daffodils.
There we go,
Yeah.
daffodils.
We knew what we meant. We just didn't say the right
I
word.
knew what you
Yeah,
meant.
you knew what I meant.
Okay. Well, I would be working on my Year of Birthday Cakes by Brooks Books, because you have to bake the cooks, okay? The cakes, the cook. There. All right. The second one is Oblitus, Shatter, Explode, an item. So you have to either stitch on a piece that has 2 different items, one with a T and one with an N, or something that would emit shards or shrapnel if it exploded, or something that would create a very loud noise. spark, shrapnel, or loud noise?
Well, I think if that door exploded, it would send a lot of shards.
Yes, it would. And there'd be some metal ones and some wooden ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that would
Yep.
work. What about you, secret guest?
Probably chalk chips again, because it's got that coffee cup down the bottom.
Well, I remember what I did for this one. So I did my Paddock Lane designs lest we forget, because being woken up by the bugle every morning is loud. So I remember I did that one. The next one is captiform, conjure rope to entangle the target. So you have to stitch on something with a rope, something that you're stitching with parked threads, or you could do 1200 stitches in knitting, crochet, or diamond dotting.
I got this one. My old couple has rope along their chairs. There's rope
Oh,
holding their.
yeah, there is too.
And
Ah,
there's rope down
lovely.
here. So
Secret guest?
I do remember this one, and I'm pretty sure I used Coming to Room. And I think it was because there was all these vines in here, and I said they could be used as ropes.
you know what? Keep that picture up, because down on the carpet, you have a couple together.
You do, the meerkats.
Yep.
Sorry, I've lost it.
Oh, well, we've got it up, meerkats in the bottom, and you've also got a couple of cockatoos or something on birds, fancy birds. So we're filling in your Valentine's for you.
Yes.
Yeah. We're giving you Valentine's ideas.
I'm not going to show you mine, but I went with the park threads option. I actually did my first effort at parking. I think it was the castle, actually, from memory. So that was a good one. The next one is decipula, cause any object with a locking mechanism to lock. So an object that can be closed, a whip that begins with the letters from password, or it has a key or a keyhole. So I'm just instantly going to say double up that key.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ficapini creates clouds of frosty energy. A whip with a winter, snowy, or icy scene. An animal with claws, no, not hooves. Or you can do 300 beads of French knots. I think I did that one. Or 1200 piles of diamond painting. Because I used to do, I do try and do one of each, but you only need to do one of the three. So what would you pick for those ones, Karla?
Heaven and Nature Sing. There's a winter scene.
Oh, that's cute.
Can you see a trend in full coverage pieces for me this year?
Yeah, can. What about you, secret guest?
I would probably pick my TARDIS Winter. There it is. TARDIS Winter, because it's got all the snow falling down. Yeah.
Lovely. Well, I know what I did. Well, I know what my winter scene was, but let's just show you my 300 French knots for all these flowers.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, look, it was good. I actually, when I saw this piece, I bought it specifically to practice French knots. So it was good. Agnosco, determine an aspect of an object's location. So a whip that is either a map or includes a map, a whip with a weather vane, or a whip with a crystal ball or mirror. The piece I used, I finished, so I don't know if I have any more.
So with a weather vane, a crystal ball, or a mirror.
Yeah.
Here, I got a crystal ball. Story Keep Rise of the Witches. There's a crystal ball down here at the bottom that has a witch in it. I don't know if you can see the witch in that picture, but
Nice. Look at that. Well, I would be going the crystal ball too. And you've got this one too, secret guest. So I'm going to jump in. Train of Dreams. You can't tell me that's not a crystal ball down there. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
okay. And then we've got, well, we'll pause and we'll come back. Okay, so the next spell is Maginterulus, Magic Pants. Cause an object to lose its place. So a whip with someone who could wear pants, a whip with a pattern name beginning with the letter LOST, or a whip that has a pear or something in it. So I reckon we've already picked your secret guest.
There's so many that I could choose from. I would probably pick Star Wars though, because there's so many people in there that would wear pants.
Very true. Well, see, I would just actually probably double up on that Anzac one, the Lest We Forget, with the bugle player, because he's wearing pants.
Hmm.
And there's a hell of a lot of pants, trust me.
I think I'd use my sociable scarecrow because he's wearing pants.
Yeah.
And there's a crow, so.
So we go for that option. That's good. The Invocacy is the basic healing spell. A whip with something that could be injured, a whip with something that could be used as a bandage, and a whip with a plant that looks like a medicinal plant. Any ideas, secret guest?
I would probably just go with Star Wars again, because there's a lot of people that got injured in that.
That's true. I didn't go with this, but I went similar. I know I used Alice, but when I was flicking through a second ago, I would actually, I haven't touched her for a while, my South American Angel, because that big sash on the left looks like a bandage. So that would be a good one for a bandage. What about you, Karla?
Oh, my little witch had some flowers on there that could be medicinal plants.
Yes, they could not be daffodils. They're not the right colour for daffodils.
No.
And then the last one is Mendigo, to repair an item. So a whip that comes in pieces, a whip that you've had to frog at some point, or a whip with something that can be fixed if broken. So any of the Sals or the series, how many of us don't have a piece we've had to frog, and something that can be fixed if broken? Well, I mean, anything with an object or a person or an animal, really.
Yeah.
So so the idea is, if you're a new person in Crystal Academy, you actually have to do one from each of those spells to learn the spells to catch up. And you've got a few weeks to do it, I think till the 9th of March. So I don't think there's anything else happening. Oh, might be. Yep, there might be something happening, because the headmistress is actually live right now talking about whatever's happening. So, yeah, I'll have to watch that. I'll have to watch that after, because I'm not sure if there's something actually happening for the rest of the students or not. Okay, guys, the Crystal Academy spells for the normal students as opposed to the new students just dropped as we finished the video. So since Karla's not doing Crystal Academy, Secret Guest and I have just popped back on, even though you're seeing this earlier in the video, to talk through the prompts for the regular students, the returning students. So we will show you what we're going to plan totally off the top of our head for each of those prompts. Okay, so first one that we've got to look at is, we are looking at the history of arcane creatures. Comovus. You got to do 200 stitches, which is less than last year. Yay!
Yay.
And you can choose to do 300 penalty, but okay, that's a bit boring. I like trying to. Okay, so you only have to do one of these three to earn the spell, but depending on your group's needs, the more you do, the better off you are. So the first one is a whip with a creature that has a predator in the design. So what's coming to your mind for that one?
I think definitely Coming to Room, since that has lots of those. It's got a lion and it's got a tiger as well.
Yes.
And a leopard. So I could use that one definitely.
Definitely. And for me, coming to my mind is obviously, mine's not nearly as big as yours, but this is anytime there's an animal, my amazing Animal Kingdom bookshelf, there's plenty of predators in that picture. So I think that one might be getting a bit of love. A whip with predominantly dark colours. You still thinking?
No, just had to find it. I would do Supernatural.
Oh, look at that.
It's mostly black, other than a bit of red and yellow, but majority of it's black.
Well, the first one that's come to my mind is Gigi, because she's wearing a
Oh,
navy
she's
blue black
beautiful.
dress. Yeah, so, and I did some work on her last week. So I would probably work on Gigi for dark colours.
Yeah.
A whip with an element in the project that is frustrating for you. You need to say why.
I could probably use, I'll just have to find it, sorry.
Well, while you're looking, I
Yep.
will be going to this one because I like to double dip across the different groups.
Yep.
And my lest we forget, being on the 40 count is very frustrating for me. So,
Yeah.
you know, where possible, I try and double, triple, quadruple dip because I don't want to be, you know, I don't have endless time.
Yeah.
I do work and I have a family and other things I have to do. Which reminds me of something.
Yep, definitely. I would probably say my Yoshi sampler. I love it, but it doesn't fully work on Pattern Keeper, so it's a lot of having to muck around with it and trying to mark it off.
Cool. That would be very annoying.
Yes.
All right, and the second one is the history of arcane creatures, Pavhovus. So this one, well, the first one I think we would not double dip, but I don't know. Yeah, you can use a whip in each spell once, but you can't use it for two parts of the same spell from memory.
Okay.
So this is a whip with a creature that is prey in the design. So for me, that's instantly going to my animals and your animals.
Yep, same, yeah.
Because it's got both, and I think that's fine because they're on there. The next one is whip with a cave or trees.
Yep. Definitely my coming to room as
No,
well.
you
It's got a
couldn't.
lot of
You couldn't
trees.
do that.
Ah.
So you could do that if you have something else with that with prey.
Okay.
Because they can only use it once in each. Well, while you're thinking, I think I would double dip this one because this has trees in it. And
oh, yes.
yes, so it's got the little pine trees down.
Yeah.
Palm trees, which is so very not Sydney. That's what the artist has put in there. And also because really the entry to the cathedral looks a little bit.
It does sort of look like a cave. Yeah.
Entry to the Queen Victoria building, sorry, does look a bit like a cave. So I think I could successfully double dip that because of the trees.
I could actually use my TARDIS Winter because it has a Christmas tree.
Which is trees.
Yeah.
And trees, it says, so it's got two trees.
It's got two Christmas trees, yeah.
Yes, it does say, or tree. Oh, it does say cave or trees. Like it can be one tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of things I could do. I could also do my little house neighborhood and double dip that. There's plenty of trees in that. And then the last one, which for me was the hardest one, a landscape whip with no humans.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen with you straight up. And a landscape with no humans. So trying to find an actual landscape. I didn't know if I could classify my amazing animal kingdom as a landscape. I think it could be. But I can't double dip it as prey then if I choose to do that. And then looking through my whips, I was thinking, oh, good, this one, but unfortunately there's a man fishing. So I'm thinking I possibly would have to do my chatelaine, my Chinese garden mandala, because that's definitely landscapes and there's no humans. But it wasn't even on my radar to do that one. But I don't know. I mean, how much do they call a landscape? Like, could you call that a landscape?
Yeah, I would say maybe.
Oops, I didn't mean to close that. Wrong one. Am I still sharing?
No.
No. Okay, so I dropped off the sharing when I did that. Let's come back to my sharing so you can finish looking at my options. Okay, so then I thought, well, landscape, I can't work on this one because I've lost the material at the moment, but that could be a landscape.
Yeah, that's got a building and
Yeah.
water. Yeah.
So that one could be, but I can't work on it at the moment. But then also I have this one, and I don't know if this would classify the ABC samplers by little house. There's a whole bunch of houses, and as long as none of them had a human, that could I'm doing it all as one. I could do this one though. You know, I talked about those French knots.
Yep. And there's no people in that one?
There's no people in that one, so
No.
I could do that one.
Yep.
But then I also didn't know, would you classify this as a landscape?
I'd say yes. I mean, it's got the trees and the fields in the background on the left.
Yeah, so I could choose the gingerbread person, but it's not a human. So yeah, that's pretty much the other one. I don't know if you call that a landscape, Teresa Wentzler's peacock. I mean, it's a bird in a tree with grass and trees, so possibly.
Yeah, and it's got the field.
Yes, could possibly do that, or no, that's got people. Can't do that one. Yeah, so there you go. That's my sharing, and unfortunately, my Sydney has a surfer dude.
Oh, I just saw the Sydney one, and I was thinking, oh, that one, but I didn't see the little surfer.
The little surfer dude.
Ah.
Yeah. So what about you? What have you got?
I could possibly. I mean, that's like you said. You know, with the landscape, what are they? You know, exactly classing as the landscape. I do have my Tartar Spring, which has the grass and some trees. I don't know if that would be enough though.
And with the crystal, I mean, the thing is, as I said, you only have to do one of the three to earn the spell for yourself. But as the team, and we have doubled our number of people, so the number of spells we have to complete is doubled. So we actually have to do 40.
Oh wow!
Those three. So that's like 13 per bit to get to 40, and that's 40. I think that's 40 in each. I can't remember how it's divided up. So that's 13 in each, and 14 in one of them. So your team's going to pretty much need you to do some things.
Definitely. I think Star Wars is a possibility. There's a few landscapes, maybe with the snow on Hoth and.
Yeah, but there's people, so it's not a possibility.
Oh, sorry, I did forget the people.
That's the hard bit.
Got all excited when I saw the landscape. Forgot about the people.
So yeah, so you know, and remember, if you're actually going to get the most points for crystal, you want to make sure each person doesn't do each prompt more than twice.
That's right. Yeah.
So out of your 14, you actually need at least 7 people to do it twice, or 14 people to do it once.
Yeah.
So if you've got someone in your group who's one of the slowest stitchers, which is fine, they're only going to do like A from this one and C from this one. So you've got to plug in the other holes. It's all very strategic. But that was something that my team liked last time. So we plugged the holes pretty well. And hence why when I say I've got this or that, I may end up having to use this and that.
Yeah.
In fact, looking at it, I think for that landscape one might be the hard one. So I might do better to find some prey on another project, because my Animal Kingdom bookshelf is a landscape with no humans.
And I remember we did that as well last time with the people who were sort of only working on one whip. Yeah. If they only had that one, we would sort of let them pick first what they wanted to do, because we had multiple ones and could pick different things.
Yeah, and the same with the slow stitches. Let them pick the one that they can actually get done.
Yeah,
and then the people who can do more can slot in more. So yeah, all right. Well, that ends our little crystal segment. So we will return you to the regular video now. Bye. Anyway. The next group that I like to talk about every now and then is Supernatural Stitchers. Again, it's a small group, but only because not too many people have joined it. There's heaps of events every single week that you can participate in. So if you're interested in that, just look up Supernatural Stitches. And this one is about you building up your own, keeping track of your own stitching, sort of to do like the Stitch from Stash idea, where you're going to earn money that you can then spend on stash or whatever you want to do. So you earn bullets for your stitching and you equate each bullet with a certain amount of money. I'm a cheapskate, so one bullet's $1. That's just the way I do it. And I haven't been doing it consistently, but I like to try and do it every few weeks when I remember. I do it by double dipping my other things, so when they fit. So as I read these to you, if something we've already talked about today jumps out at you, tell us what it is. If not, just say pass, okay? It's to do with Series 3, Episode 15, Time is on My Side. All right, you stitch in, and I also like you stitch however many 100 you want. So if you want to do the prompt, there is a penalty option as well. I choose not to do that. I just do the prompts I can because there's so many. So put some work in your oldest whip or start a brand new project. Well, we're not going to be doing that. So your oldest whip. What's your oldest whip?
My oldest is that Shores of Hawk Run Hollow right now.
Well, that works well. You can work on that one.
Yeah. My oldest is probably coming to room because I started most of my current ones last year, but that was the first one.
Well, my oldest one now, because I've just finished some, is actually this number sampler by All Our Yesteryears.
Oh, it's so cute.
It is so cute. I've got to put the cover picture in, but I haven't got the cover. So I may do some work on that. I don't know. I'll see. Work on a project in which you're using. Is this? Hold on. No, I take it back. This is last week's homework. I'm reading the wrong one. I take it back. I'm thinking I've already done that. I'll take it back. This is number 16. This is No Rest for the Wicked. My apologies. Okay. Put some work on an etiquette-related project.
Well, I could use my Sunday Delight. Use your etiquette when you're eating.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I could use the same one.
Oh, that's so boring, but that's good. Etiquette. Oh, etiquette's not jumping out to me. I mean, I could always do my cakes because that's etiquette, but I don't really have much that's etiquette related, I don't think, because I'm just such an uncouth person, so that's fine. I don't have to do that one. The next one is stitch on a project with farm animals.
Oh, I got one with that. I could use my This Land because there's a sheep on there.
Yes, a sheep is a farm animal.
Yep. I could use Coming to Room as well because it's got a chicken on it. It's got a little baby chicken.
Yes, well that's good. Well, I could revisit this one and Zach because it's got the sheep and they're farm animals. So yeah, that's not too hard. All right, stitch on a piece with a beautiful lady. So I will just outset say that I could do my South American angel because she's a beautiful lady. Karla's got a beautiful lady in mind.
Well, I was looking at my Nora Corbett, my Miss Ladybug.
Yep.
And I could do this one, Sweet Isabella.
You both butterflies.
Yeah.
I debated on that one too, just because of the butterflies I liked. I figure out what the secret guest is.
The next one is stitch on a project that features a beach or references the Navy in some manner. So I could do that number sampler because it's got the beach and the kids are in like little sailor suits.
Yep. And I could do my camper that's on the beach.
And my Coming to Room has the beach with the dolphin in it as well.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You were able to multitask. All right. Sorry, I just got distracted. A title that starts with the letters in Antichrist Superstar. So that wouldn't be too hard. I don't think we need to think it up, but That's just what one of the prompts is.
Yeah.
Put some work in a project that relates to a book or a movie. So Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I could be boring and do Anzac because there's a movie called Anzac.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, nope, that's not it. I had one in my mind, but I can't seem to find it in here. Oh, we have the Prairie Life Sampler for Little House on the Prairie. It was a series.
Definitely, that would be good. So that works. Well, that would possibly fit for the next one. Stitch on a project that features a little girl.
Oh, yeah, that would work for that because it has little Laurel on there.
Yeah, little Laura. I would do that numbers one again because there's little boys and little girls. What about you, secret guest?
Not too sure. Maybe the Sweet Isabella. She doesn't look too old. She could pass as a little girl, maybe.
Depends what your definition of a little girl is. The next one, stitch on a project that includes a formal indoor scene.
A formal indoor scene?
Yep. So I've got one of them, which I showed you before. Would be, I don't know if I showed you, the Reader's Paradise. That's a very formal indoor scene. A library is always very formal, isn't it?
What about museum shelf?
Yes, definitely. Museums are very formal.
I might have to pass on that one.
Well, that's okay, because you don't have to do all of them.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand that. The boys' duet on Bon Jovi's Dead or Alive. Like every episode that includes Dean singing, this is a Stitcher's choice at full bullets without penalty points. So I guess you can just stitch on anything you like.
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Yep.
Stitch on a dragon or other fairy tale creature. Oh, Randall Springer.
Oh, which one to choose?
Which one? Well, whichever one you're already doing that you can double dip in.
Yeah.
Or other fairy tale creature. Well, obviously, Once Upon a Fairy Tale has plenty. Are you seriously looking for one, Karla, or can I move on?
Oh, I have one. It's right here. Ann Stokes.
Look at that. Beautiful.
I'm wanting to get some more stitches on this one, so.
You might have to do that. Next one is a project that includes a dog.
Now, I have dragons. Why would I have a dog?
Well, I do have a dog, actually. I had more dogs, but I just finished them, but I still have this one. So I could choose to do some work on my mountain cabin.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Big German Shepherd. Making me pick all these full coverages this week. Any dogs for you, Secret Guest?
I do. I've got a little puppy dog down here on my Teddy House rules.
See, that's more like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather stitch on that dog. No dogs, Karla?
I can use my prairie sampler again. It's got Jack.
Cool. Well, that's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The season ends with Dean in chains in hell. Stitch on a project that shows something captured. I can actually do that one. I don't know if they pay it, but what do you think about this? Do you think the fact that my pumpkin is in a caged jar,
Yeah,
pumpkin has been captured?
I would take that.
Yeah.
It looks like a jail. I know it's meant to be like a crystal, you know, whatever they're called, but oh dear.
I think I'll pass for that one.
You're passing on your capture.
Yeah.
Karla.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on that one too because nothing's jumping out at me.
Okay, and the last one's a bonus. Stitch on your smallest project or the one closest to finish object that will end the soonest?
Oh, that one would be an easy one for me because I'm close. I would be doing autumn ABCs because this is my zombie piece. I'm already down to Q.
There you go. Okay. Do you know, we actually, I think we do have magical stitches. So that finishes Supernatural. Let's see if I can have a quick look at this. I was thinking, because I noticed that the homework video came up for it, and I thought, well, if the homework videos come up, the work must have been released. So, all right, what are we doing this week? It's only 1,000 stitches on a piece you feel you're stuck on.
Well, I would double dip that one. And I would probably use my Shores of Hawkrun Hollow because I'm down to my last 2 blocks and it has become my zombie piece this month. So
yep, cool.
1,000 stitches will get me a couple of miles on my zombie run.
Awesome. What about you, Secret Guest?
If I was doing that one, I'd probably work on the house rules one because it's on a paper chart and I'm used to pattern keeper. So it's very hard to get back to the paper charts.
We get so spoiled, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know what I would do. I'm not stuck on anything at the moment. There's lots of pieces I'd like to work on. Probably the only one I would be stuck on, in all honesty, would be that Lest We Forget, because it's on 40 count. But do I really want to do 1,000 stitches on 40 count? So I might have to get stuck on something else. Can I just get stuck on it for 1,000 stitches? Does that work? All right. Well, that is all that I know of for the weeklies that's happening. So hopefully that helps a few of you with some answers. I do need to do the drawing of the secret guest. So is there anything else you guys can think of that I haven't covered in any other groups or anything while I get this one up?
I don't think so. You've covered about everything. I'd like to know if anybody has questions or things that they would like more of when we do the homework videos. Is there something that they would like to know more or get different examples or questions or things that maybe they want to?
Yeah, that would be good. Because the reason we do this is because you guys keep asking us for help. So I agree with that, Karla. If there's something particularly you'd like us to help you with, let us know. And then we know what to do more of. Not necessarily other groups because we're not in them, but if you want more ideas, you want us to run through more ideas or less ideas or whatever. Okay, so the secret guest. I need someone to do a random number between 1 and 7 because everybody guessed correctly. It was indeed Izzy Wilson last time. So I need a random number between 1 and 7. Have you got a random number thing, Karla?
Sure, let's go with 4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The winner is Leonie Chaston. So congratulations, Leonie.
Congratulations
for your raffle entry. That's wonderful. So we'll add that onto your spreadsheet. All right. Well, thank you again. Please, you write your entry for the secret guest, who mine's there, but for you guys, it's probably, I don't know where you are.
Mine's down there.
Anyway, the one that says secret guest, please put your guests down before next week on the comments of the post in No New Starts where I put this. And if you're watching this not in No New Starts, sorry, you're not eligible to participate in that little challenge, but hopefully you enjoyed the rest of the video. Thank you very much, Karla, for coming and joining us, even though you haven't been well, and secret guest, and we'll catch you next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, girls.